Hey everybody, it's Chris from Retzone. Welcome to another Retzone video. Today I thought I would talk about a topic that is affecting most PC gamers right now, and it's the price and or shortage of GPUs, which is also affecting me personally as well. I've been mostly gaming on consoles lately because I cannot find a GPU, and when I do find one, I cannot afford it. So I'm just concentrating on console gaming, and I'm okay with that. No problem there. But there are a few PC games. Well, there's games on PC I prefer to play. For example, Borderlands. Borderlands will always be a PC game for me. I will always play it on a PC. Most Far Cry games I have played on console, with the exception of Far Cry 5. I thought I would give it a try and play it on PC, and it was amazing on PC. Far Cry New Dawn, and this has nothing to do with it. I did not like Far Cry New Dawn, but I got it for console, and it ran and played fine. I just didn't like the concept of the game. It felt like a cash grab title, but that's a story for another time. So what I would like to talk about today is what people can do to play games on an affordable system. So what I did is I threw together some PC parts that I had. I have this old case here that was given to me by a friend of mine. Originally it had a Core i5 2400 in it, I believe, and an Intel motherboard. I threw in a Core i7 2600, which runs at 3.4 gigahertz, and it's a 4-core, 4-thread processor. There's 8 gig of DDR3 RAM in here. There is a GTX 770 with 2 gigs of RAM. And just for storage, I just threw in a couple of SSDs. And I wanted to show you how you could still run recent games on slightly older hardware. So GTX 770, that came out in 2013. The Core i7 2600, that came out in 2011. Like I said, it's got a clock speed of 3.4 gigahertz. This motherboard is a micro ATX board. It only has 2 DIMM slots, so I'm only able to fit 8 gigs on there with the DIMMs that I have kicking around here. So I guess it would be sort of a comparable machine around that era, 2011, 2013. Bit of a spoiler, I'm actually impressed at what this 770 GTX can do, considering it's 4, because there's a 970, 1070, 2070, 3070. So it's actually it's 5 gens behind the 3000 series. Just to clarify, all games are installed and updated by Steam. I figured that would be the easiest way to do it. And you can see some of the icons across the screen there. So let's start with the Valley benchmark. I'm not going to run through the whole thing, but I'd like to show you how it runs. So I'm choosing the API as OpenGL, high quality, single monitor, 2 times anti-aliasing. Words are hard. And this monitor is a 16 by 10, so it's 1920 by 1200, so it's slightly larger than a 1080p monitor. So we'll just run this for a minute here. I'm just using the speakers on the monitor. They're not the best, but they will do for now. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's running at 60 frames per second. I have VSync forced on from the video drivers because this is only a 60 hertz monitor, so. And it seems to run fine. Can't complain. This is a free benchmark you can download. It's called the Valley benchmark. You can download it and run it yourself. You can actually turn the sound off and just, you know, run it. It'll just keep looping with no sound. It's very nice. I like it. Okay, so let's get out of here. Okay, I am going to swap this mouse out. This is a really crappy low-res mouse. I'm just going to grab my slightly better mouse. This is a G700S, so it should be a lot better. Oh yeah, that feels better. So let's start out with I guess one of the heaviest games I've installed here, Tom Clancy's Division. I'm just going to continue a game that I was playing a while back there.
Now entering a safe area.
So I was tinkering with the video settings and I locked this down to 30 frames a second here to see if I can make this more playable. I'm just going to go into the options here. And I'm going to turn this down to, I'm going to try medium. I'm going to force VSync here. Okay, let's see how these new graphic settings do. Okay, so I'm getting 60 frames a second in here, but of course we're indoors here, so. I love this game.
Warning, you are exiting the safe area.
Okay, so now we're outside here. Unfortunately, it's a bit foggy, so it's not gonna... If I were dipping down to 54, 60, I mean, it's doing a pretty good job, actually. It feels smooth and accurate.
Division response requested at the park on 23rd. JTF pinned down. Rikers confirmed on site.
Yeah, you can shoot the dogs. Makes me feel bad when I do it. Okay, so this runs really good. This is probably the heaviest of all the games. Next, we can play Half-Life 2, which is an older game and should run just fine. So this looks and runs fantastic. If you consider how old this game is, there should be no excuse why it shouldn't run.
Welcome to City 17. You have it's all I have left.
The only ones on that train?
So this looks and plays good. Don't need to spend too much time on this. It is an older game, so you know everybody expects this to work, right? Now we'll try Tomb Raider, a more recent game. I like this game because it has a benchmark built into it. So under options for this one, I have it 1920 by 1200, double buffer VSync. Under quality, I have it set to high. Most of these games run on high or medium. Okay, I'm just gonna do the benchmark. I love this game, I should play it again. There we have it. Max frame 60, min 58, average 60. With VSync on, that's totally acceptable. This game will run fantastic on this older system. Okay, let's give Doom a try. This is the new Doom. The odd thing about this game is that it doesn't have 1920 by 1200. So this is actually running in 1080p. Also, I've set this to run on the Vulkan API. I love how the computer says demonic invasion in progress. How would the computer know? So yeah, this runs and performs great. Newer game, older computer. I was going to show you Saints Row the Third, but this is the old Saints Row the Third, not the remastered ones, so it's going to run fine, so I'm not going to waste time showing that one. The one I would like to show you is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which also is an older title, but amazing game. And for some reason I have 2 copies of it. If I choose the top one, it asks me if I want to install it. If I choose this one, it uses the one that Steam installed, so I don't know. I don't know how I got 2 copies of it. I wish they would come out with a sequel to this because this was an awesome 80s throwback. I love it. There was talk of a sequel, but they never made it. And apparently they took some servers offline for this game, so it sits here for a while and then it says cannot connect to server. There we go. Wow, this save game is from 2014. I didn't realize how old this game was. This game is 1 year newer than the GPU and a few years newer than the CPU, so. Gotta love it. Okay, so as you can see, this game looks and runs fantastic on this system.
Tutorial batch 101 from military.
Yeah, unfortunately, every time you hit the escape key, it does this now. That sucks. They should patch this out. Okay, so I still have a few other games I'd like to show you, but this video has run long enough, I think, so we'll call this the end of part 1. Part 2, we'll just play a few more games, and then, I will summarize my findings here. So, stay tuned for the next part. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more great content from Retzone.ca, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.